So today in this video I want to talk to you about your why, your underlying passion, what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. Most people know what they do. Most people know how they do it. But a lot of people don't know why. And it can become really quite frustrating when you're asked this question and you start to realise that you don't know why truly you're doing what you're doing. So giving us an opportunity to really think about our why, not just in relation to your fitness journey, but in your equestrian endeavours and your life in general, can give you a filter to be better, to understand what it is you're doing, to understand what motivates you, what makes you feel passionate, what makes you want to have success and to make choices in your daily life. And fulfillment comes when we live our life on purpose, a purposeful journey when we know what we're doing and we know why we're doing it. So the actions that we make every day are leading to the same underlying purpose. So most of us, we wake up, we go to work, we make some money, we come home, we have our personal lives, we go to bed, and then we wake up and we do the same thing every single day. And sometimes when we lose our why, we can start to lose ourselves as well. And this is definitely something that I experience and I talk about a lot on my social media platform. It's something that I knew I like success. I knew I liked teaching, but I got very, very lost in the external validation of publications and of academia, and I started to forget why I was doing it. I wasn't doing it for me anymore. I was doing it for everybody else around me because I thought that's what I should do, and I didn't really get the same passion when it was successful. So I started to even not really accept or celebrate my success. And so I didn't feel alive with it anymore. So I went to work every day and didn't really have a purpose. And I started to question, why am I leaving my children every day when I could be at home with them for the amount it costs in childcare? And I don't really have a social life anymore, and I don't really have any friends around me anymore. And I really started to wonder, why am I doing what I'm doing? And it led me to ask some big questions about myself. Now, this might be a bit deep in the context of your fitness journey, but I want you to think about your why in general and then relate it to your fitness journey. So why have you signed up with me? What is it that you want to achieve? And what do you want to achieve later in life? So I've been on a journey through my fitness myself, and my why has always been to just have a healthy and fit body. Like, I've never been an athlete in terms of, I'm quite athletic, but I don't particularly wish to achieve it as an individual sport. Yes, for a while my riding fitness was important to me, whereas now it's more my fitness and my longevity. So every time I question what I'm doing, I want to have fun, and I want to be old and not athletic, but I want to be flexible and supple, and I want to have good cardiovascular fitness, and I want to keep up with my children, and I want to live a long and healthy life. But I also want it to be fun, and that's fundamental to me. So if I get to a point in my fitness journey where I'm like, this is not fun anymore, which I've just gone through, by the way, then you can reflect and adapt and move on and still have different goals that align with your why. So my why in terms of my fitness journey is, I want to be older, I want to support my children, I want to be able to run around with them and ride bikes with them when they're my age and my grandchildren. I want to go skiing when I'm in my 70s. I want to live a long and healthy life. Now, obviously I can't guarantee that I'm going to be healthy, but living this lifestyle is something that will help me for sure. In terms of my business why is that I want to create a business platform to inspire, educate and achieve success in as many riders' lives as possible. It brings me such passion and such happiness to help others that's what I want to do with all the background and the experiences that I've been through. So I have fulfillment every day when I wake up, whether I make money or whether I don't, because I'm helping people every single day in their mindset, their fitness and their education. So now I know my why. The outcome or the how I get there is kind of irrelevant. It's just, as long as I'm doing something to work on that every day, I feel satisfied. And the same with my fitness. So I was doing like a bodybuilding style, like very aesthetic type of training, and it's just not hitting the spot anymore. And so I've decided to switch that up, and I've started cycling, and I'm going back to CrossFit. I don't have a specific goal in terms of I want to squat this much at the moment, and I'm sure I will develop those, but my why is I just want to have fun and enjoy it and experience it. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and I want you to answer them, and I'll also put it in a survey for you in the EventFit program. What makes you come alive? What makes you feel that kind of internal fire? Now for me, it's client success. So every time a client gets success, or I get a message that I'm helping somebody, it makes me feel like, yes, that is great. I love teaching. I always have loved teaching. It doesn't matter in what context, whether it's teaching someone to ride a horse, whether it's teaching somebody to have a better mindset, whether it's making somebody's day more positive. If I can do that, that brings me a lot of passion and a lot of energy. And I also love to learn. So it really doesn't matter what, I just love learning. As you can tell, I went and got a PhD. I didn't do that because I enjoyed the process, but I do enjoy learning. And it's with anything, like I love learning how to design this thinkific site. I love learning about how to coach different personalities. I love just learning new information. What are your inner strengths? My inner strengths are that I'm quite good at influencing others and turning other people's, like I'm quite empathetic, and I am quite good at influencing other people and making them see a different way without convincing them. So teaching, I guess. I'm quite good at making a very complex task transferable, so it's quite, I can teach different audiences, and I've always been quite good at taking something like a physiological context and making it quite simple and helping people to understand that. The third question is, where do you add greatest value? Not just what do you enjoy, but where do you add greatest value into other people's lives, to your life and others' lives? So for me, it's the application of education. It's the ability to learn and then inspire others through education. And how will you measure your life? Are you going to measure it by how other people feel, or how you feel, or what, So what is your why? How will you measure your life? What will you stand for? What are your morals? What's your philosophy? So that's the notes I've written down. But I've also got alongside this video, I've got a worksheet for you to work through. And I also have updated a TED talk on finding your why, which I think will be really useful for you to watch. And your why might not come to you straight away, but it's really powerful because it allows you to be flexible with how you get to it. So at the moment, if you think you're a very type A to B type person, you might actually find that you have the ability to be more flexible when you're very clear what your why is, and we can be flexible on how we're going to get there and stop that all or nothing approach. So I hope you found this video useful. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I look forward to catching back in with you next week to see how you're getting on.